What's going on, you guys? How's it going, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. I hope everybody's doing good, doing well. Hello, hello, my friends. How's everybody doing? Let me just go ahead and click TacoCast here. What's up, guys? I hope everybody's doing good, doing well. It is the weekend. It is the final weekend of the month, which means another awesome TacoCast to start. Joined today, as always, we have our lovely friend Chadley, CC Gaming, and Mama Remy. And our special guests today are Kevin, Tendo, and Knife. How you guys doing today? Hello, how's it going, guys? How's your weekend been?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Doing well and swell. Yep, thank you, thank you. I'm lucky to join with the birthday boy.
Got it out before Kevin. I was trying to be sneaky in the chat, and I'm like,
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, it's that time again, my friends. And as always, I want to know what's going on your channels. What's new and exciting? How is everybody doing? What plans are you up to for your channel? So let's go ahead and start with Knife.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's on the spot right away. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm getting close to Final Fantasy 7, the ending. So getting a new game soon, and I'm excited for that.
Awesome.
And we just hit the mark of 350 people on my channel, so that's cool.
Woo!
awesome.
There it is. 350, right?
Hey, congrats, man.
500 just around the corner, right there.
Absolutely.
Soon.
Kevin, what about you, buddy? What are you up to on your channel? What plans are you going through?
I've been doing a lot of like reaction-based content lately, but then I got hit big because the Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland created a new show called Solar Opposites on Hulu, and I reacted to all of the episodes of the season 1. Everything was going great until a few nights ago. Disney hit like every single one of the videos, and so it's crazy. They actually left them up for a while too. So I got hit with that humble stick of like, you know what? People think like, oh, like why even react if they're all gonna get taken down eventually anyway? So I'm in a process of figuring out what's next for Kevin Tendo YouTube, but we're bringing back the streams over on Twitch and having fun with that too. So rocking it out.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I forgot to mention, it was also my first react to anything basically, and I reacted to the Sony event, and
there you go.
the whole thing was copyrighted. Basically, I got like 8 copyright claim in that video, and I was like, do I leave the video up or like do I do anything about it? Like,
Keep them up. Keep them up.
Keep them up.
Copyright claims. Keep them up.
Yep. Mama Remy, what about you? What's new and exciting on your channel? What's going on?
I started doing offline RPGs on the weekends, so I can kind of keep playing more games than when I offer, like, it's the stream-wise, because I kind of have a pretty strict schedule, except for Fridays. Those usually go off the window. But I started off with like Grimm's Hollow, which is like a free-to-play like Steam game. It's about ghosties, and we love ghosties on our channel. So and then I started I had a couple of games donated to me for my birthday and for Christmas, and I wanted to start playing them, but I was like, well, if I'm going to play them, I want to start from the beginning, so I'm playing Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls right now.
Yeah, I remember.
And I absolutely love it.
Very nice.
So, yeah, I'm going to start going through the Final Fantasy lineup. At least the old versions. I don't like the new 3D ones. Sticking to the pixels, but yeah, other than that, just same stuff.
Nice. Chadley, what about you, my friend? What sort of epic beardness have you been up to?
Well, I did just recently start Final Fantasy 7. Not the remake, but
yeah, the original one.
Yeah. I'm playing the original on an original PlayStation. So I played it like a long time ago, but I hardly remember any of the games. So it's a lot of fun so far.
Chadley, tell us about your like epic raid. He had this like amazing
raid. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
So the first night that I did it over on Twitch, this other guy, I've never heard of him before, and he must be like a very large channel. I think he has like 50,000 followers or something like that.
Holy.
I don't even remember what he was doing. I don't know if he was doing Last of Us or what but he came over to my channel with like over 300 some people. And I'm like,
Jeez.
holy cow!
That's awesome,
I'm
dude.
like, wait a second, where's this guy coming from? And yeah, it was ridiculous. That was even larger than the raid I had from DGR when he was still on YouTube.
Oh,
Wow.
nice,
So-
dude.
That's good, yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's yeah, it was crazy. I mean, luckily on Twitch, it seems like there's not as many people that like to talk, so the chat didn't go real crazy.
Yeah.
So I was able to kind of keep up, but still, it was crazy just to see that many people come over to just my little Twitch channel that I have over
Oh,
there.
for sure.
Right, man. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
But other than that, just like normal stuff. I mean, I finished Undertale, my first playthrough of Undertale last week. Still playing through Mario Maker, of course, just doing that every week. So that's about it. Pretty much what's going on with with everything on my channels. So,
Nice. Corey, what about you, my friend? What are you up to? What have you been up to?
Kind of same old stuff for the most part. I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch on my channel, and that's pretty fantastic of a time. The game just is exactly as amazing as it was 10 years ago when it was released, only with a bunch of quality of life stuff. So it's really great. Other than that, the normal stuff, and I even started on stream coding a nice little tool to help out with some Saturday night streams that we do on Twitch.
oh yeah, that's right.
You know.
Yeah,
So,
we're playing Diablo 3 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a nice little tool that takes multiple Twitch streams, chats, and combines them into one feed, so you can watch it, embed it in your chat, or embed it into your stream or anything. So it's gonna be a nice little tool.
That's so cool. And you pair it with the multi-stream website, right? So that
Yeah,
you're
you
watching
could
all
for
of them.
sure.
Nice.
Yep, exactly.
There
That's
you
so
go.
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
So
It's a
that's
nice
a
way to
nice
show
little.
it.
That's
Hmm?
awesome.
It's a nice way to show it, like having both stream at the same time. Like it's
Yeah.
a cool way to see both person playing.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah. So that's just my little most recent little project that I'm doing. I'm doing that some off stream, some on stream, kind of keeping people up to date with that. So
Yep.
that's it
Yep.
for me.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, lots of things have been happening this June. We got hit with a lot of stuff near the end of the month. So, all right. Well, Nintendo revealed to us some more characters for Super Smash. People were going crazy about it. They're very excited. They showed us Min Min from ARMS, Tekken Me Fighter, Splatoon Me, and Volt Boy Me. So, what do you guys think? Are you excited for this, or it was just it's okay? So let's go ahead and start with Kevin Tendo.
Thanks. Yeah. So I knew going into the ARMS thing, right, is gonna be something hype. It was gonna be an awesome character. I honestly would have preferred if they did the thing that they did with Hero, where it was, the 4 different Dragon Quest heroes with 2 different alts. I would have loved that with, like, you get, because okay, they're all in ARMS. Yes, they have different attacks, but they're all punchy people with long arms.
To be
right?
fair, I feel like they're more closely related to each other than like all the Dragon Quest heroes people are.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
totally.
realistically.
Yeah, it could have been fine. So I'm a little upset at that. I was like, okay, we could have had like 4 or 8 new characters in one, but Min Min's cool. Min Min's chill. And then I actually didn't see the Mii fighters, but that's pretty cool too. We're getting Vault Boy. What's his name? Is that his name? Vault Boy?
Yeah, Vault Boy.
Volt
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah, cool. Oh, but did you notice too that they didn't say Smash Bros. Cross Fallout? Did y'all see that?
Oh yeah, they didn't say that. You're right. They
didn't?
didn't.
Yeah.
No, they didn't say that.
Like, yeah, like right after it, and then I looked it up, like why was that? And just because Fallout's, kind of raunchy, rated M. They did the same thing with Assassin's Creed, right? Where they didn't say Smash
Oh.
Bros. Cross Assassin's Creed. I
Interesting.
forgot what they said for that, but yeah. So that's what I think. Yeah.
I think they did. I think last time when I saw it, it was Smash Bros. Cross Volt Boy. That's it. Like they actually just named him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't notice that till right now that you mentioned it. That's true. What about you, Knife? How do you feel about this?
I have to agree with Kevin Tendo here. Like I feel like it should have been basically each skin a different character, but But then again, I feel like there might have been 10 characters in the ARMS game, so like they might have run out of like possible like who do we left off and stuff like that. So then again, like who do they choose for that? But yeah, I'm excited to play the character nonetheless. It's I think it's gonna be a really fun way and interesting way to do combats with her.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
And regarding the Mii, I personally don't play Mii fighter in general, or well the Mii characters. But I like that it's a cool little extra for those who are willing to have that basically for their character.
No, for sure, makes sense. What about you, good sir Corey? What are your thoughts?
I kind of agree with everything that's been said so far. I think Min Min's not a like there wasn't a bad choice for picking a character. I do think it would have been cool to have kind of, you know, maybe four different characters all in one as different skins, but it doesn't really hurt anything at the end of the day. And then as far as like the Mii costumes, it's kind of the same thing. Like I'm not much of a Mii fighter, Mii player, but I do think it's nice whenever some of these more, I guess I'll call them more obscure franchises. They're not really obscure, but in relation to like Smash Bros, right? They're kind of more obscure franchises. They get a little bit of representation that people have been asking for. You know, they're not going to get a full-on character, but at least, you know, Sans is in there for people that want, like, he's not a full character, but he does get representation. Mega Man Zero and, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like, so that's really cool overall. And Vault Boy, I did not see Vault Boy coming at all. I would have never expected that ever in 100 years. Because like you said, it's kind of raunchy and stuff. It's not really the same mood and the same atmosphere as Smash Bros. So that was just a pleasant surprise. Again, as somebody who doesn't really care too much about Mii's, I still thought that was pretty cool. As just an overall thing.
For sure.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Mama Remy, what are your thoughts on this?
I feel like it doesn't matter who gets added, someone's gonna get mad at some point in time, and it's never gonna be good enough, whoever they add. So it's like, okay, cool, Min Min got added. Awesome! Now there's gonna be other people out there that are totally like
freaking out about it. Ah!
Can't say it, but you know, it's whoever they add, people are gonna be upset because it's not who they picked.
They wanted.
But yeah, so, but I am excited to see, at least with the Mii fighters, I know that they're just like costumes and everyone's like, oh, it's a Mii fighter, but I like to see the fact that Smash has an overall like large representation of like all these other gaming franchises, and that they are expanding out for even some of like the smaller little franchises. For like example, like Sans from like Undertale, you know, they're including some of the more popular, you know, cult classic games. Even if it's just a little costume, you know, that franchise or that fandom feels like they're included in this game and it'll bring them in. So, but yeah, I totally agree with Corey. Vault Boy made me go,
when I
now,
saw that, I was like,
yeah. Now, I quit playing Smash. I was actually, when I did play Smash, I mained like Chrom and the Mii fighter and somebody else I can't remember because it's been so long since I played. But I totally said if they add Goku or Vegeta in Smash, I would buy the game. I would like literally like prime it next day and start playing again. Only if it's an actual fighter and not a Mii fighter. It has to be an actual fighter and not like a costume.
Yeah.
And then I would play again.
Oh my god, have you seen Kevin Tendo's reaching level 9,000 video when he reached 10K? He dressed up as Vegeta. It was the best. And it's like blue hair and he's running around. It was great.
Thank you.
Chadley, what about you, buddy? What are your thoughts on this? Like, I mean, I'm still waiting for Chadley for Smash 2020 beard.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Chadley's beard mainly.
Right?
Just the beard, yeah.
Instead of the hand that comes down, it's the
a
beard.
Yeah, it's the master beard instead of the master hand. I mean, Min Min's a cool addition. I agree with Kevin, though. I think they should have done something where, because they really focused on the different hands, like the dragon hand, and like, so all those hands are pretty much the same with all the different characters. So they could have easily just had 4 or 5 of variations of the character, and I think people would have been a lot happier than just having Min Min thrown in. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are excited, but to be fair, ARMS is not one of their best selling games on the console either. So
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
there's a small group of people that are like super hyped that ARMS character was added. So, I mean, and the Mii fighters are cool. I mean, like I said, I just started getting back into playing Smash just casually, like twice a month on my channel. So, I don't use hardly any of the characters. I mean, if you saw my roster, you'd see that I still haven't even really unlocked any of the characters. I just use Yoshi, and that's it. So.
No, that's the thing, right? Like,
unlock it all for you.
when I played, they always ask me. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're missing characters." Yeah, because I only use Link. I only use Link.
Yeah.
Just get the kids to unlock all the characters for you.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
like
they have their own profiles. They have their own profiles, so they have them unlocked on their profile.
Before I watch the direct, because I'm gonna admit that I haven't watched it till literally a couple of hours ago. I'm not much into Smash. Like, that doesn't excite me, the fighters, because I don't play Smash often. But somebody came into my stream and was like freaking out about the 2 Splatoon characters, and I thought they actually added them, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I found out there were Mii costumes, and I was like, well, now I'm like, now the coolness like completely left. Right. So, but it was like you guys, I was super surprised when I see Vault Boy, because I was like, that has nothing to do with Nintendo. Like, you don't see Fallout on Nintendo, PlayStation, and
Fallout
Xbox.
Shelter.
And Fallout Shelter, yeah, that's right.
Gosh, come on. Their biggest selling game of all time.
Boom.
It's free.
So speaking of Nintendo, so Nintendo showed off Animal Crossing New Horizons Summer Update. And I gotta say, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with all the things they're adding. They're showing off new items, they're showing off swimming, and so much more. What are your thoughts on this update? So let's go ahead and start with Kevin.
Yeah, well, I was pretty into the new game, right? And then I bought like all my money's worth of the turnips, and I left them too long, and they all spoiled.
I did that.
So yeah, because I was like, I'll just wait, and so I'm not on good terms with the game right now, unfortunately. I'm still very mad at the game, and then I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm not doing the whole time skip thing, right? No judging if you do. It's just the game, right? But anyway, so then I'm like, okay, what if I go back in time? Will they be unspoiled? But no, that didn't work. They were still spoiled. So. Yeah. As for the update, yeah, I don't know. I'm just mad at the game, so that's my take.
Knife, what about you, buddy? What are your thoughts?
I'm excited because I kind of feel like I've done pretty much everything so far in the game. Like I did not terraform so much in it, but like I'm excited to see some new content.
Yeah.
And then again, like I did the thing as well with the turnips, and I got too rich too quick. And now I'm just like, well, what do I do with all that money? And I mean, it's really a first world problem, but like, it's just at some point you're just like, well, okay, I got that done. Now what? Like, if I don't plan on like doing everything towards like on my island, like maybe I can help some friends. At least there's that. But all that to say, I'm really excited to see the new content and like swimming in water. I think that's gonna be fun. And yeah.
Oh, for sure. Mama Remy, what are your thoughts on Animal Crossing update?
Mama Remy doesn't play Animal Crossing.
I love Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's right. She never plays it. I never watch her play it. God.
Right? Me either. Jeez.
Yeah, I like never play Animal Crossing. It's the worst game ever. Like, totally never like spend all my time on it. I totally don't have over 400 hours in the game. I don't play it every Wednesday and do really fun like roulette games with it. Like, I don't do, you know, I'm totally not psyched for this, you know, update with the swimming and the mermaid stuff that I absolutely don't want. And, you know, I absolutely don't want to have to go through more content for Animal Crossing because it's just Animal Crossing. I mean, just whatever, you know.
Garbage.
I love Animal Crossing. I'm excited for this. Like, please let me have it now. I don't want to wait.
Yeah. They said, what is it, early August? Or something like that?
I thought it was like Friday.
Yeah, we get the first wave in July on July 3rd,
Okay.
and then we get the second wave in August, I think.
Okay.
It's a two-part content update.
There we go. So, 2-part update. There it is. Corey, what about you, buddy? What are your thoughts on Animal Crossing?
I think it's really cool that they're continuing to update the game and keep people excited. I put around 100 hours into it, and like basically got to the point where I could pay off my final loan, and I have probably the money in the bank right now for it. But I don't really have any. I don't feel compelled to get on the game anymore. Jeez, so I'll probably boot up the game and check out the new stuff because it does look really cool, and swimming and all that stuff looks really neat. But I don't have a whole lot of motivation to actually boot up the game and do my virtual chores lately, because that's really what it came down to for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not like super excited, but I will check it out because it does look cool.
Yeah, for sure. Chadley, what about you, my friend? Seeing as you have a whole family playing the game.
A family who did not time travel.
Yeah.
Still don't believe that.
So, can I try to share my screen?
Oh,
To be an experiment here.
Let's do an experiment.
Okay, let me see if I can.
This is live, guys.
Won't
This is how we do it here.
Oh, here we go. Screen number 2. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Ah,
You
put some
guys
pants
can see
on.
that, right? All right, you can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can't really see it, I guess, unless I zoom in. But that blue line was my turnip prices all week. So it kind of
I just
goes
zoomed in.
down.
There we go.
108
There you go.
all the way down.
Yeah, it was what I bought it for, and then throughout the week, the turnip prices just went all the way down. So that's how I feel about the game right now.
That's
It's
very
like every
impressive. You kept the track of it though.
yeah. I thought I'd start doing that because then I could like compare how each week goes
Mhm.
to see if there's like a pattern. Like you can see patterns, like actual patterns, but I don't know. What now in my video? Okay, there we go. And now my camera's messed up. Yay! Okay. I'm not in a dark room. I'm honest. I'm not in a dark room. But anyway, yeah. So that I mean, but the updates. Back to the updates. No, the updates seem like they're pretty cool. I mean, I've been pretty pleased with the game. Like my whole family's kind of having fun with it. So, but again, like Corey said, we're at that point in the game where it's like there's not really much else to do other than try to be creative and make your island look pretty and doing your virtual chores and stuff like that. So we're not playing it as often as we were before, but we're still enjoying the game.
Yeah, I think this update will definitely give that push again, so we can get back on there, do a little bit of swimming and then whatnot. So I think that's what they're going for with this update. Hopefully, like, oh no, people stop playing, more stuff. I mean, that's what happened to me. I kind of just stopped. I was like, I like the game, I have fun with it, but it's all chores at this point. Up until I earn money, and I never really, I always miss the turnip lady, so I kind of work and I don't have time to do nighttime hunting, so I don't luck out in that section. So I gotta wait a lot of the time for my monies.
Here I get on every day and play for an hour or two, and I still have like so much I want to do and not enough time to do it.
Right. Well, swapping over to the other beautiful consoles we have. So we got hit with a
Wait,
trailer,
there are other consoles?
right? We got hit for a trailer for Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Did you guys get a chance to catch that? I got to look at it. I got to watch it, and I was actually really blown. I'm very excited. I'm not too keen on the design they gave Crash, but other than that, the game looks good. I like what it looks like. I think they're gonna go on a good route, hopefully, and I think they're gonna give us the game that we were hoping we got with the third one, because I felt the third one was rushed and boring. But let's go ahead. Kevin, what are your thoughts on Crash Bandicoot, it's about time.
Well, I've actually never played a Crash game,
How do we
but
ban this guy?
I wanted to comment just on the trend. I know, I need to. But I wanted to comment on the trend of them bringing back old games. I think that's awesome. You know, we have Spyro collection. Just
Medieval.
it's happening more often right now. It's happening more often now. I think it's a really good trend. Yeah, so I'm really excited. For the Nintendo side, obviously there's been rumors for a while about the Metroid collection, Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about Crash, but it's good though. It's good. I love it. Bring back those collections and give us a sequel. I want them to keep doing that for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. What are your thoughts, Knife?
I'm personally really excited. Like I saw the trailer and I'm like, yep, that's gonna be day one buy for me. And because I've seen some artworks of that game a couple of months back. There were like rumors about like mask and stuff like that, and like gravity mask stuff like that. So I was like, ooh. And I think a sequel to this is great. The fact that it's not the original studio that is making it, I'm like, but I feel like we're gonna get accustomed to the new look of Crash, and it's still gonna be fine.
Yeah, for sure. Corey, what are your thoughts on Crash Bandicoot?
Well, I mean, I think we can just all agree, you know, it's about time.
Hey.
You're funny.
I know. Thank you guys. I'll be here all week. So actually, I'm pretty stoked for it. I was a huge fan of Crash back in the day, back when it first came out and everything. Crash was basically the original like endless runner, essentially, right? Only not endless, but you know, I mean, really. And it was always great. I bought the remakes or whatever. I didn't really get into them as much, but I do want this new one. Also, can we talk about the fact that Crash 4 is like the 12th game or something?
Yeah.
It's not really I mean, I know it's Crash 4 in the sense that it's a continuation of the 1, 2, 3 specific like those games, but it's really like I had pulled it up. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if you count everything, there's a lot more than 4, and I just think it's kind of funny. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool. I thought that it looked really interesting. The look was different, but I don't think it'll be a bad thing. I think we'll like Knife said, we'll get used to it and we'll all enjoy it anyway. I'm sure. Yeah, pretty excited.
All right, did you get a chance to see the trailer for Crash Bandicoot? I know that face. That face is no.
We see that at least
I've
at
never
least
played
once.
Crash before, so I don't even think I've watched a playthrough of it. Don't hate me.
We wouldn't hate you for that.
Don't worry, guys. Let's kick her out after this one, okay?
Yeah, definitely. You were supposed to tell me that in our DMG, dude. It was good while it lasted, Mama Remy.
Chadley, what about you, my friend? Did you get a chance to see the trailer, and what are your thoughts?
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones that has never really played much of Crash Bandicoot. I remember, I think actually when we came to visit you, the place that we were staying at had an old Xbox and it had one of the Crash Bandicoot games. So like I played a little bit of that, but other than that, like I wanted to pick up the trilogy though. Like eventually I wanted to be able to play the trilogy that they released just to try out the other 3. But no, the trailer, I just pulled it up real quick just to get a glimpse of what it looked like, and I thought it looked really cool. Who's the one that's developing this one?
Shoot, I can't remember.
Did the Spyro remake basically?
Toy. Oh no, I was gonna say Toy Box, but that Toy Box is
Oh yeah, it's Toys with Bob or something like that.
Toys with Bob. That was the those are the guys that did the Skylanders.
Oh, Toys for Bob.
Oh yeah,
Toys for Bob.
Yeah,
they're the ones. If they're the ones, that's why. If they're the ones that are doing this game, that's why it reminds me of Skylanders. Then, because the art style reminded me a lot of Skylanders. So
because Crash was in Skylanders too at some point as well.
Yes.
And I think
he was?
yeah, like kind of like surprise guest at some point. But I
Also,
think
yeah, Bowser too, right? It wasn't Bowser.
Bowser
The
and
Wii version.
too.
Okay, so these are just okay. So these are just like exclusive to consoles. So okay.
But Charlie, I would suggest you pick up the trilogy because the one that were on Xbox were kind of like side project and not really like I think the one that went on Xbox was like Mine Over Mutant, and the other ones which were kind of not following the essence of Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yep. What was I gonna say? So here's something I wanted to add. I forgot to mention this. So Nintendo is looking back to cutting out mobile gaming after they saw the success of Animal Crossing on the Switch, and they're seeing that a lot of people are reportedly winding down on the mobile games, all their mobile games, that nobody's really interested in that anymore. So they're not going to be pushing that anymore. It's a disappointing financial result, they said. So they are going to be pushing more towards their Switches, and they just think altogether they're probably just going to stop developing for mobile. So what do you guys think of that? So let's go ahead and start with Kevin.
Well, so I have a personal story when was it called Fire Emblem Fate? No, not Fates. What was the mobile Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Heroes. That I think it was Heroes. Yeah. And my friend, because I was still in college at the time. I know I'm a youngin', doggone it. When that one came out, and anyway, my friend Alejos, he spent $78 in the first week trying to get I don't remember the name, but she was a very curvy woman, we'll just say that. And he really wanted her, and he spent $80 to get it. So I think, they saw like, wow, we're getting lots of money, and this kind of scummy. I think so it's like some games were definitely, because their first one I think was Mario Run, right? And that one it just didn't do as well as they thought. And
well,
then
Mario Run was you get to play the first like 5 worlds, and then you paid $10 to do the rest. Versus all of the rest of their mobile games, which were freemium gacha games, essentially, where you start them for free, and then they wanted you to collect all the heroes and all the cards and all this and that.
Scared the crap out of me.
Taco MVP.
Wow.
Yo, guys, hashtag Mr. FOV for that crazy amount of money, man.
That's amazing.
Yo, what's with the spoilage, dude? Thank you very much, man. Super appreciate it. That scared the crap. It's so loud. Holy. Woo. Okay. What were you saying?
All I was saying was in response to Kevin talking about how it wasn't as good of a financial thing, was Mario Run had a different platform than all the rest of them, right? It was a different style, it was a different build. It was basically a buy once and be done with it kind of platform versus everything else is continued microtransactions.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to throw in with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Chadley.
Mama Remy, what are your thoughts on this mobile gameness of Nintendo?
I don't know, because I really don't play a lot of like Nintendo mobiles. I play a lot of Square Enix mobiles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I don't know, I do like mobile gaming to a point. Now here in the last few years, it's, as others explained, it's just become like a cash grab. It's like, the freemium. It's like, oh, you can play the game for free, and you can legit keep playing the game for free. But then after a while, there's like this curve where everyone else is like becoming more OP because they're spending money on it, and you're not. You're just like playing the game for free and for fun. And then it gets to the point where it's not fun anymore because you're not spending money on it. So it's like, whatever. So then I'll be like sitting there, I'm like bored. I'm like, I'm just gonna play a game on my phone. I'm gonna look for a game. And then it's like, oh, this game looks fun. And then you play it for a little bit and you're like, okay, this actually is fun. And then you start getting smacked with ads. And then you start, like, get rid of the ads, 99 cents. It's like, okay, whatever, it's $1. I can keep playing. Buy this bundle for $5.99. Nope. Keep playing the game. And it's like, okay, now I can't get past this level. And it's like so I don't know. I really wish they'd come out with more Final Fantasy games on the mobile. But no, I think it's a good idea because I think it would bring more talented minds, because some of these mobile games are nice and they are creative. Bring them into actual games, give them actual funding, and not just this little tiny, game that doesn't work half the time anyways. So if they did that, we'd have more games. But Switch has games, so.
Wait, it does?
Switch has lots of games. Yes, it does. Knife, what are your thoughts on the mobile industry for Nintendo?
I think Nintendo is doing a right move at stopping, because as much as it can get them somewhere financially, it's only a few people that does that, basically. Like, just an example, I think Dashi on YouTube did like a whole series of him playing Mario Kart Mobile, Mario Kart Tour, sorry. And just to get the homie Yosh, as you would say. And he spent like easily like $400 to $500 just on the gashapons to get Yoshi in like a lot of different videos. He ended up getting it at some point, but then again, it's like, it's not fun. I've played a little bit of Mario Kart Tour. I was like, okay, I get the appeal, but then again, like the controls are kind of messy. It's no, like you play Mario Kart, you want good controls. You want to be able to drift. You want to be able to do things correctly. Like this won't do the trick. And so I think in this case, Nintendo is just doing the right move in stopping in this case.
Yeah, for sure. No, agreed. Charlie, what are your thoughts on mobile gaming for Nintendo?
Yeah, I think they're making the right move. Obviously, they're not stopping with Pokemon though.
Right? No, that new what?
Pokemon Cafe.
Well, not just that. The one they just announced. The MOBA.
The MOBA.
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to be the first to tell you guys here that the first TacoCast we have after that comes out will literally just be us playing that together on stream for you guys. we talked about it, and that's what I feel like we need to do.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Or is that an example of what it will look like?
That's what it's gonna look like. Just hey guys.
Hey guys, how's it going? Oh man, Charizard!
Hey, we got it. We got it. That's
Did
it.
you
That's what
guys
you're gonna be
see
like.
that? No, you didn't see. Look.
But yeah, I think they're making the right move just because like I don't play any of their mobile games. I have no interest in playing any of their mobile games. I played Pokemon Go, and again, that's not even Nintendo.
Right. Not
Like
yet.
it is Nintendo, but it's not them actually being the ones that publish it. They're not the ones that develop it. Like so. Yeah, I mean, it seems like Nintendo. It seems like if they're going to do any mobile games, they're going to let it up to their third-party affiliates or whatever to do whatever they want to do. And Nintendo's just like, okay, we'll just stick with our consoles because we tried the mobile thing and it worked for a little bit, and now everybody's just bored of it, and we're just going to go back.
Yep.
And maybe give them Metroid 4. So
Yeah, right. We've only been waiting for that. All right, time to get into some serial talking here. Serious stuff. No, but talking, changing the mood a little bit. Something big happened during the week. Really, really big, actually. A lot of content creators got hit with a huge surprise on, I think it was Twitter, right? That it was announced out of nowhere. So Mixer said they're shutting their doors because I guess they're moving to Facebook, or they're joining with Facebook or something like that.
Partnering with them, yeah.
Partnering, yeah. So they're shutting down. Not only did it surprise the public, but a lot of content creators were just blown because they were like, what the heck? And yeah, it was a big surprise. How do you all feel Mixer handled this? And do you think that this was not the right move in the sense of giving the warning to their content creators? Now, one thing I want to add, this happened last year at PAX, where Mixer, like people from Mixer, the what do you call it? I guess the people who support it and all that, not just the content creators, but the actual people who work behind the scenes, they were pushing people to come. They're like, oh, join Mixer. We're a family. We won't abandon you. They were doing all this stuff. And now content creators are coming in saying, hey, what happened to this so-called family, this support that we're supposed to get? So, yeah, what do you guys think of Mixer's way of doing this to you guys? So I want to hear what Kevin has to say, because Kevin actually streams on Mixer, and he just finished doing his last stream, what, yesterday?
Yeah, I did one farewell goodbye stream yesterday. So I think it was on April Fool's 2 years ago that I made a video and I was like, hey guys, I'm moving to Mixer. April Fool's. But the joke was that I really was. And so yeah, I've done a good amount of streams there. What I loved about Mixer is the first week up to a week to a month that you're on the platform, you're considered an up-and-coming streamer, and there's a whole section of up-and-coming streamers, and people would regularly look there. So my first few weeks, I gained, a good amount of following, 20, 30 people out of nowhere, playing Roblox and some other things. And yeah, it was just so cool. There's so many things that the other platforms can take that Mixer did right, and the community is actually one of them. It was very, very positive comments all the time. But yeah, I don't think they handled it well at all. Like, this came out of nowhere. And the fact that they just paid Ninja like X billion, not billion, but $1 million. They gave him $5 trillion.
They paid a bunch of people too, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's like, why would they do all that and then let something like this happen? But I was reading a speculation that what might have happened was Facebook, because Facebook wants to take over the market. They want to become that number 2 or 3 spot compared to Twitch and YouTube, and they were looking to buy out Ninja and some of the others. And when they said no, they said, well, fine, we'll just buy your platform, and freaking Mark Zuckerberg can do whatever he wants with all the money he wants. I think it's terrible. I don't like this move at all.
Yeah, no, for sure. Corey, what are your thoughts on this craziness?
Well, as somebody who's not, I haven't been the biggest fan of Mixer overall, but I didn't wish anything bad to it or the people that were on it, of course,
Of course, yeah.
I was never much of a fan of it, just myself in general. But I think, if anything, if nothing else, I think it's absolutely a terrible move. I think this kind of stuff happens, right? Like, people buy you out, they sell, whatever. None of that's not really my issue. My issue is that the people on the platform had to find out from someone else.
Yeah.
Right? Like, isn't that the classic thing that you say, like, oh, I didn't hear from you. It was worse that I heard from so-and-so. Well, but it's the truth in this case. It's really the truth in this case, is that they all heard from Twitter or from, like, some people heard from us, some people heard from just basically nobody got like an email from the higher ups, or like a notification on their dashboard that said, hey guys, heads up, in a couple of months we're really thinking about moving in this direction and you guys are screwed out of your platform and things like that. So I'm not so much upset that it happened. I'm more upset the way they handled it, because like I said, these things happen and it's natural. Like, it's gonna happen. They did just, it is really out of left field, because they just took, got Ninja. King Gathalion is another huge streamer that went from Twitch to Mixer, and they gave him like $20 million or something so ridiculous, and him along with several other people now get technically to be basically free agents and get all that money.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different conversation that we don't necessarily have to really talk about, but yeah, I mean, it was handled poorly, and that's what really sucks about it, is that it's unfortunate. I mean, look, Kevin's lucky because he's not somebody who like relied on it. But there's a lot of people that relied on it that, again, if they had notice, if they had a couple of months, they got like 2 months notice right now, but it's still pretty out of the blue, and like that's not enough notice for this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
No, for sure. Mama Remy, what about you? What are your thoughts on this?
I kind of agree with what Corey said. I mean, it's pretty crappy that they're just like, oh, hey, we're shutting down. We're just going to put this over here. and walk away and hope somebody sees it and the word gets out, because I don't want to have done a part of that. I mean, it can happen anywhere with any platform for any one reason. You know, you can't put all of your eggs in one basket, you know, and I've heard that from a lot of people that, you know, do know what they're doing. And, you know, they're constantly talking about, don't put your eggs in one basket. If you can do this and do this and do this and, you know, stream to multiple platforms or have content on multiple platforms or multiple, you know, this,
Exactly.
you know, do it, because you don't know, you know, what's going to happen if it gets shut down and you put, you know, everything there. Now, granted, saying that, you know, these people, you know, they put their hard, you know, work and their soul and their blood, sweat, and tears into making, you know, their channel and their profile and all their content, you know, great. And now it's just being thrown away, you know, like it doesn't matter. So my heart, you know, really goes out to them, because I know what would, you know, how I would feel if like my channel just up and went.
To be fair, they're not being told they can no longer stream. They are being welcomed to Facebook. Now, I again, we could have a whole different big old conversation. No, I know.
That's the face I made too when I heard that.
I understand. And there could be an entirely different, like there could be a whole podcast on this, I'm sure. But one big thing that I really do have to get off my chest and say, because a lot of people are taking this as, you have ruined my life because I can't be on Mixer now. And that's 100% false. That is a mindset that is inaccurate. I'm not saying don't be upset, because be upset. It sucks. But it's not the only option. And yet, and again, saying, oh, they're partnering and being welcome to Facebook, I know it's laughable, whatever, but it's also not the only other option either way. So it's definitely like, none of this invalidates the fact that they've worked to make their content very high quality, or, you know, of course, their community. We know that, like, when you transfer communities, like, we know for a fact 100% of their community is not going to go wherever they go. That's just bottom line. If they had 50,000 followers on Mixer and they go to Twitch, they'll be lucky to get 80%, maybe at best. If we're being optimistic, that's going to follow them over. I agree completely. It sucks, but it is not the end for them. It is absolutely not. And I say this just like I did on Twitter. I say it as to be a positive thing, right? Because I don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, Mixer's gone. I have worked very hard and now I'm done. I'm garbage. I'm trash. There's nothing left for me, because that's really not true. And I hate seeing people feel that way. And it sucks, because like I said, I want people to understand. That's why I put that big old tweet the other day. There was like 5 or 6 tweets in a row that was all saying the same thing, is that there are other opportunities. There are other platforms. It is not the end of your streaming career. It's not a 1-to-1 transfer ratio by any means, but it does not invalidate what you have done and who you have become, or the reputation and the community that you have built. And a lot of people are taking it that way. That's what it hurts me to see that for them, like, because I do feel genuinely bad for a lot of these people that like really instantly just think that there is no more option. That's it. They're done.
Yeah, I understand exactly.
Sorry, like I said, I didn't mean to interrupt you and derail you and say that you're not, like, that you're completely wrong in saying what you're saying, Mama Remy. I just don't want people to think that it's over because of that. It's kind of all I really want.
Say that, but okay.
I'm sorry.
My last statement was gonna be that if you do have someone on Mixer that you watch, you know, be sure to, you know, support them, even if it is, you know, making an account on their new platform and saying, hey, I hope things go well. And, you know, or even if you don't want to watch where they're going, you know, you can still promote their stuff, you know, follow them on, you know, their social media and, you know, share and or like and, you know, tell them, you know, hey, I'm glad that you're still here, you're still around, you know, support your streamer. Because sometimes those random comments or those random messages that you get, you know, from a viewer, it's like, hey, I love your stuff, you know, made me happy. It's just like, you know, you can be having a really bad day and all of a sudden like someone messages you and you're like, oh. So, you know, these people are having really bad days lately, and a little bit of support can go a long way.
Yeah. I agree.
No, exactly. Charlie, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean,
I was gonna call him Chadley Tendo.
Chadley Tendo.
I was gonna call you Chad. What do you think of it?
It works. It could just be like part of a Tendo clan. We created the Tendo clan, so
right.
I mean, it sucks. I mean, I agree with everybody with what they're saying, and I agree with Corey about how some people I feel are a little bit overreacting. Because I look at it as if you're doing this as a job and you lose your job, there are other places to do your job, you know?
It's
And
true.
yes, I mean, Facebook may not be the best place to do that job. And obviously, I've heard the rumors of saying that they would stay partnered even though they move over. But to me, it's like partner doesn't mean anything to me if I don't have an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could be partnered and have 0 viewers, but how's that helping me? You know, like they're just saying like, oh yeah, you can move over to Facebook and you can still get all these benefits that you would normally have to wait for being on the Facebook platform. But I mean, and again, that's all speculation. Like that's stuff I was hearing about, but I don't know if it's official. But I mean, if that's the way, if that's the case, it's like being partner doesn't help me any if nobody follows me over, type of thing. So, and I know that a lot of people don't like Facebook gaming just because it shows your real name too. So like you're in the chat and you're using your personal Facebook account unless you create like a separate Facebook account. They don't have it like YouTube where you can just have a anonymous type name to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is really weird, actually.
Yeah, so a lot of people have that weirdness behind it because they don't want to be using their personal Facebook account because it just exposes you pretty much to everyone. And if you're using Facebook for personal reasons, like the whole point is to be able to be private with whoever you want to see your stuff. So, but just by seeing your name, a lot of people don't share their real name online when they're on YouTube or Twitch. So it's just it's very odd that Facebook doesn't give people the option to like anonymize themselves, I guess, if that's even a word. So anonymized.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's the word either.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, overall it sucks. I mean, it always happens when something like this happens. It always sucks for anybody, regardless of what profession or hobby or whatever. I mean, it sucks when people can't do what they want to do. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my take on it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Knife, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, I have to agree that with everything that has been said so far, because lots of information has been input so far.
Yeah.
But about the real name thing, I like just an example. Like Relaxing FG is streaming both on Facebook and like Twitch and also on YouTube, and she actually has a page on Facebook. I think it's like she created like a just profile and not like an actual page for her channel, which means when she goes live, like you still get that anonymous part basically in this case.
You don't as a viewer, right?
Oh no,
yeah,
of course
the unfortunate part.
For the viewers, I was mentioning more so that.
Okay.
Like I have a page on Facebook too, so like, and I would stream to the page, and it doesn't reveal my personal information. But yeah, it was more for those viewers that are hesitant to start watching the same person over there, because now,
where you would have to know their name essentially.
Yeah.
But apart from that, for the mixer announcement and all of that, I think it's kind of like out of the blue too. And I have to agree as well that like their community has not ended. They are other welcoming platforms like Twitch, YouTube. So as we all know, like some of us did make the switch from YouTube to Twitch or from Twitch to YouTube back, and like we can see like, yes, it's not exactly going to be the same, but then again, like as long as I think we have people supporting us and being there for us, that's what matters. Like the numbers don't really matters.
Yeah, so like at the end of the day, it comes down to, here's how I look at it. At the end of the day, it's up to, the biggest thing is the community, you know, whether it's for that streamer or the mixer community, it'd be up to them to really help out their favorite streamer or streamers when they do the transition. And that's really, because that's what's going to make it easier for them. I mean, I saw a lot of tweets out there that they're like freaking out and saying there is no way in hell I'm going to Twitch. It's so hard to get seen. I mean, yeah, it is, but when you have a good community that's gonna help you, it's not hard to be seen.
Right.
You know, it's not. I mean, I've been lucky in that sort where I've been able to keep my numbers somewhat good, you know, so I can't complain. And that's what's gonna come down to, the support of the people, the public, to help these streamers, because it is true they're losing everything they built in a matter of how long do they have until they completely shut down?
Next month, I think.
Next month? Okay.
The end of next month, something like that.
So it's up to them, that if they want to help their streamer, they need to help them transition over to wherever they decide to go to, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. Stay on Facebook.
Or Facebook.
Yeah. But myself, like, I think also for streamers, they shouldn't be too negative as well, just saying it's all over, I'm done, what am I gonna do? Because again, they're like Chadley says, it's like another job. When you lose a job, you don't just stop and say it's done, I'm gonna stay at home and do nothing. You try to look for another job, right? So it's the same thing, you're gonna look for another platform. And like I said, I know a lot of people, they may not like YouTube, or they may not like Twitch, or whatever. I can't remember the other ones that were out there, but you may not like those ones, but sometimes you just gotta give them another opportunity or a chance, and you'll grow to love whatever you decide to go on. And again, I said this, I can't remember who I said this to. I think I said it to Corey, where I saw when this whole thing with Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer was happening, with which platform was better, I saw a lot of people were like hating, oh, Mixer's better than YouTube, or better than Twitch, or better. And it's like, it's sometimes it's not good to do that type of thing, because you never know what could happen, and then you get slapped in the face with something like this. You know, so it's always good to be positive, whether you decide to go on Twitch or YouTube or whatever you decide on. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to us as viewers or as content creators to support each other. If we're not going to support each other, I mean, then how can we do anything and make certain platforms grow or certain things happen, right? That's the biggest thing I see. A lot of some groups, they form their own little groups, and then they don't let anybody in. Yeah, no. Or they don't support each other. They just kind of like, oh, he effed up. Yeah, I see it a lot.
Messed up.
Yeah, I see it a lot. So, but maybe someone really. But yeah, so yeah, it's a sad situation. I think in general, giving no warning is probably the biggest, pardon my French, biggest bitch slap that they've ever done on anybody, in my opinion.
Did you just say pardon my French?
I did.
How dare you?
You know,
he finds that offensive.
It was though. It was like the biggest middle finger they could do to their people.
Dude.
Yeah, no. Oh boy. Oh wow. Uh-oh. Got for Edman too. Jeez.
Yeah, we need to put a language warning up on this TacoCast.
Right. Careful. Rated R. All right. Well, let's move on to some more crazy bad news. Nothing like drastic. This is more on a video game. So The Last of Us 2 comes out. Everybody's super stoked and hyped about it, and people are very disappointed with it. The reviews left, right, and center are not looking good. Fans are complaining that there's nothing to do with the story, what we were left with, number one. People are saying that the game is not what they expected, and other people are saying that it's everywhere, that there is no real story. Overall, do you think that maybe we were overly hyped on the game and that's why it's such a failure? And have you guys gotten a chance to check it out by any chance, or read or watch any reviews on it? So what are you guys' thoughts on The Last of Us 2? So let's start with Knife on this one.
Well, good thing, because I don't have a lot to say. Personally, the first one was really overhyped to me. So when I went to it, I was expecting a lot, and by the end of it, I was like, okay, like I get that it's a good game, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it was really super overhyped for me, so I went in there with like super great expectation. I've tried to stay as spoiler free as possible for the second one, and didn't read anything on it because I might play it eventually, but it's not gonna be right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Corey, what about you, man?
I'm not really a huge fan of those games to begin with. I watched somebody play the first one, thought it was pretty cool. Had no intention of going to the second one, but I can say that I know several people who were extremely hyped for it, like ridiculously hyped for it. Not gonna name any names. And he was super excited for it. Found out some things a little early about it, and then he immediately was like, "Nope, don't even." He's like, "I don't even want to deal with this." But then, like I said, as far as like people who I know that have played it and stuff, like people are not happy with it, and I think there was a lot of people getting super hyped about a game, but that's also part of what gamers do to themselves. Also, I mean, I'm not making excuses for like something not being good or whatever, but gamers hyping games up and then being disappointed because they overhyped the game for themselves is universal. It happens all the time. This, I think, is a combination of that and probably some actual like real bad things happening, you know, with the story and stuff like that it didn't go quite well. But I think Ferran, nope. Can I ban Ferran real quick?
The last of it.
But yeah, like I said, I just think there's a lot of overhyping that really that causes that, combining with it being mediocre or not as good or whatever, like just really plummets for it.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin, what are your thoughts on this whole debacle of The Last of Us?
I was gonna bring up that one of my friends on Facebook, he went through it all right, and he made a post. Has anyone beat The Last of Us 2 and wants to talk about it? I need to decompress my thoughts. And yeah, I'm kind of feeling the exact same way y'all are feeling, like after seeing the spoilers, and it's like, oh wow, I don't know if I could even play it. Like that kind of ruins it for me. So I brought that up to him, and then he had like a huge response. I avoided all the spoilers, but what spoiled me was just hearing that there were spoilers and people were mad because of that. And he says, for some people to think that the actors and creators were after a cash grab, it's far from the case. So, you know, everyone had their whole hearts and souls in it. And then he didn't spoil anything here, but they knew making this game would be controversial, but it's the story they wanted to tell. I think after time, a lot of people who didn't like it will change their mind on it. So he absolutely loved it. I just happened to see it on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I think I'm going to avoid it because I know how it ends. And he's like, you should still give it a shot. So I don't know if I'm going to, but that's his message to the world.
Yeah, for sure. Chadley, have you seen anybody stream it? Have you read about it or anything?
I mean, I've watched a couple people play through a little bit of the game. Obviously, I don't have any way of playing it, so I'm not that concerned about spoiling it for myself unless I see myself getting a PlayStation 4 anytime soon. I never played the first one, and I've only seen a little bit of the first one too. I just know that at a key point in the game, someone was not happy. The person I was watching was not happy. So, so obviously the game did not go the way that person wanted it to go. So, but yes, I've seen all of the, like a lot of people just not really happy with the way they did it with the story in this one. But I understand, hey, developers and storytellers and producers of games, like they gotta make it the way they want to make it, you know. Not everyone's gonna like it. Like, this isn't the first game where someone thought it was going to be a great story.
What? No way.
Majority of people just didn't like it, you know. It's not the first time it's happened, and
it won't be the last.
Yeah, it's the same thing with movies.
Rigo. I'm gone. How do I leave this thing?
Okay, guys, TacoCast is over now.
That's all, folks.
But I mean, same. We get so hyped up on movie sequels sometimes, and especially like with Marvel, the way Marvel has been going, and they get it all ramped up to the end, and then it's like some people are just let down by the stories that Marvel comes up with because they expected everything to match the comic. So, like, same with this. It's like, it's probably a great story, not what people were expecting. The graphics of the game are amazing. I do have to say that, especially for like a PS4. Like, you could definitely tell they tried to push the system to its limits with the graphics and everything. So, but beyond that, I mean, like I said, I can't play it right now, and I don't know if I will ever have the opportunity to play it. So
Just get a PS5, you'll be able to play it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's true.
get that retro compatibility, and you'll be good. This
Yep.
way, you won't spend 2 times the amount on 2 consoles.
Yep, exactly. Mama Remy, what about you? Have you seen anything on it? You watched anybody play it? Have you heard anything about it?
I
just thought maybe because you, because you're friends with Zombie, right? So I know he played the first one.
He played the first one, and then that bold gamer played the first one, and I watched both of their playthroughs because I wanted to see like different reactions, because like Zombies Go Nom is like an adult like horror channel, like that's what he likes to play, is like the horror, and then like Rick does more of the family friendly stuff, but it was still it was just kind of like conflicting opinions. So, and I liked the story of the first one, even though there was a couple of jump scares and a couple of questionable things. It's like, why am I watching this? So I actually kind of expressed interest in seeing the second one, and I was actually been told no, that it would really upset me. And it's like, okay, like upset me like in triggering, or upset me as in like I'm just gonna cry, and they're like, you don't need to watch this, and I'm like, taken an account, so I will probably never watch it, just for that fact, because I do have people to look out for me for things like that. But I was looking up something for Animal Crossing of all things on my computer today, and I've got 3 monitors here, and I'm playing the game. I've got Discord over here, and I've pulled up something for Animal Crossing over here, and out of the corner of my eye, I happen to look over, and it's just like Animal Crossing and like this little tiny text, and then there's this great big huge Last of Us 2 just video playing, and it's nothing but spoilers, and I'm like, really? On an Animal Crossing website, Last of Us 2 spoilers.
It's messed up.
Now I know why they didn't want me to watch it. Okay, whatever. I already know everything. Now what's the point? So yeah.
I was streaming Mario Kart 8 for my birthday on Wednesday, and someone just came into the chat with a spoiler for Last of Us 2 as their name, and also put like the text. Thankfully, like I kind of like figured out it was kind of a spoiler without reading it, and I oh wow.
Get out of here, Corey.
Couldn't help it. I'm gonna get you like every single time.
Everyone hashtag Corey in the chat.
But yeah, all that to say, like, even there's people like that are just annoying like that too, that they will come to your chat when you're just not even playing Last of Us, and yeah,
just to be jerks. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I played the first one, and I really enjoyed the first one's story. The ending I didn't like, but the story itself was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then I started watching Hero play it, because I got really nervous over the reviews that I was watching, and I was like, I don't know if I want to play it. I don't know if I want to buy it. I watched Hero, and then the moment that Hero was like, I was like, okay, this is bad. Then I watched my brother-in-law play it, and he like had a huge fit. He was really pissed about it. And I was like, maybe I'm not gonna get this game. So I kept watching, and as I watched, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know why this is happening versus this, when this happened in the first one. Now why is this happening? So I got really confused, and it got really everywhere. And I was like, yeah, it's not for me. I don't think it's for me. I don't think I'm gonna go out and grab it. I see what they were going for. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, they were trying something new to tell the story, and it just maybe didn't work out the way that we wanted it, and that's the problem, because we wanted it one way and the developers were going for another route. But yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes, again, that's like what Corey said, we overhype it and we cause it to ourselves. So there you go. Because I was one of those. I was really hyped for it. So I shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, I think overhyping is definitely part of it for sure.
Yeah. Well, time to get overhyped now, because Sony did their finally reveal of the PS5. So we got a bunch of games they showed off, and then they showed off the console, bringing up the new meme of the PlayStation 5 is a router. So there you go for that. So we got the refrigerator. Yep, we got the refrigerator.
I have Sauron.
Yep. And the router. Yeah. Not only that, so we got that. Then we got with Xbox coming out and saying the presentation was bad and that their presentation is gonna be 10 times better. So I guess I smell a little jealousy.
Cool
there,
story,
so.
bro.
Right?
Not you. You know, Microsoft.
Right. And then on top of all that, we had actually a bunch of different prices come up from one Asian company, and then Amazon from Paris, I believe, put one price. But then someone from Xbox formal executive says that there is no way in heck that the PlayStation 4 is going to cost $500 USD. So people have been speculating that we're looking at a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah.
And then Xbox came out and made a little rumor, and then people are saying now, because Xbox is bringing out their Scarlet, their lower version, and it's supposed to be only 1080p, but you get like the high-end graphics of it, and people are speculating that's going to be at $299. So we're getting a lot of we're getting a lot of different things left, right, and center from this.
That's good.
So let's go.
$299.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about the presentation, because overall, I think it's probably one of their best presentations they've ever done, because they've been doing the whole state of play, and this thing just like erased all their state of plays. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about their games and talk about the reveal. So let's start with Kevin for this.
Definitely. So yeah, it was weird because like obviously Nintendo was the first one to like super go digital, right? Back at the other E3s, and then the state of play. But what was the official title of this one? Just the PlayStation 5 reveal experience?
It was just
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. I think it was just PlayStation event or something like that, wasn't it? There was no
Something, yeah, definitely. I think it was really awesome. I think the price point of the Xbox is going to be really important in comparison, right? Clearly, the biggest argument, because I'm more of an Xbox fan than a PlayStation fan, because I grew up with like Halo and stuff. But when you look at the amount of exclusives that just come out to PC, also, right? Like PlayStation wins hands down compared to PlayStation versus Xbox. So I'm really interested to see. They've got a strong showcase. Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be super cool. Yeah, and they planted the seeds in Marvel Spider-Man PS4. It was right there. Like Miles Morales was in there. So this is really cool. It's not out of left field. Some haters would be like, oh, they just got to do the Black Spider-Man. You're like, okay, just whatever. But it's going to be super awesome. I'm really excited for that. And the new Little Big Planet also.
Yes, Sackboy, whatever thing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. So I think it's gonna be cool. Yep,
for sure. Knife, what are your thoughts?
I am super hyped. Sony, please take my money. So like you were saying, we had some I'm super hyped about the Marvel Spider-Man. I loved playing the one on PS4. The story was amazing. I platinumed it. Like I was like, I need to play the heck out of this game, and yeah, like it showed that I was super excited. And I think Sackboy, like I liked all the Little Big Planet games. So on that note, I'm super excited for that, because that's and if it's a copycat of like Mario 3D World, like I don't mind. I think it's still gonna be really fun to play. What else? I'm having blanks on like what I really like about the Ratchet and Clank. I'm super excited about the new
Yes.
Ratchet and Clank. That looks really, really good. I've played all of them on PS3, the one on PS4 too, and yeah, it's a franchise I feel deserves to be known by more people that haven't played it, because I feel like it's part of the classics from Sony. In this case, to be played as platformers, let's say. But no, it looks good. I think I'm gonna wait for a special edition PS5 to buy it. I don't think it's gonna be day one for me unless they have a special edition on day one.
Knife, what's your favorite like mock-up design that people have made?
I really, really like the Spider-Man one, of course.
My favorite.
It looks good.
I like the Seto Kaiba one. I want that to be real.
Oh wow.
Batman.
But yeah, Batman looks good. I personally have the special edition Arkham Knight PS4, and it's like, oh, while talking about that, I accidentally touched my controller and my PS4 just started up. But no, Rigo, you were saying about around 500 US for the PS5. So if we do our maths right, that's about like 1,000 Canadian, right?
It would
That's
be
about 1,700.
if it's $4.99, it's like about $6.50.
Oh no, I was kidding, because like
Yeah.
the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar right now is just like so bad.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But that's the thing, like the Xbox guy saying that there is no way it's gonna surpass $4.99, that it's gonna be a lot lower.
Yeah.
And then the speculation is on Amazon it was at like in Paris like $3.99, which came up to be like $4.50 US. So that's why they're like it's gonna be $4.50. So the numbers are everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think, how much did the PS Pro sell for? I think it was $4.99 Canadian, if I remember correctly.
The PS4 Pro.
yeah.
When it came out, it was
When it came out, yeah.
When it came out, I believe they knocked the PS4 Pro to the price of the original PS4 at launch and bumped the PS4 regular down by like 100, right? I think that's what
Something
they did.
like that.
So
Okay.
it was $4.99, $3.99, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly. Something,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a good price. It wasn't bad.
Oh yeah, and I just remembered the cat game Stray. It looks really, really cool. I think we got like some teaser of that like last year about this game, because I felt like this was not the first time I saw some stuff about it. But I'm really excited to play that, and I feel like the Kenna one as well, with like the little Pikmin's black guys. They look cool, like
Yeah.
the animation, the combat, all of that. Like it seems like she's restoring life to the forest in
Yeah.
some kind of way, and I'm really excited for a lot of the titles they announced.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Corey, what are your thoughts on the PlayStation and the whole Xboxness that's happening?
Okay, PlayStation is, I mean, they can take my money like at any given time. I would like it to be a reasonable amount of money, but they can take my money. I just want to talk about a game that none of you guys have mentioned, that nobody's really mentioned. I've seen it a couple of times. It was one of the first games that we got a confirmation that it was coming to PS5 quite a while back.
I told you nobody cares about Viva Pinata.
You're right. It's published by Gearbox, who is one of my favorite publishers these days, because Borderlands is freaking amazing. It's Godfall. Have y'all seen that? Did y'all catch that during the presentation?
I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks good.
Godfall. If you go by what they're calling it, and this is what it looks like, is a first of its kind looter slasher melee action RPG. Sounds freaking amazing.
Ambitious.
The moment I saw
Yeah.
Gearbox's name, I said, no, it's gonna suck.
I bet you did.
They're only good at they're only good at their Borderlands games. They can stay with them.
Okay, but this is gonna be close enough. No, they're only publishing this though. Technically, they're not the ones developing it, so they're just publishing it. But yeah, so like that one has me really excited. Ratchet and Clank is another one of my favorites. I'm very excited for that. Spider-Man, the mere fact that we'll be able to play many of our favorite PlayStation 4 games on PS5, and many of our favorite, whatever ones they decide are at first. Games like Destiny 2, I'm gonna get for free because the developers are like, hey, you bought this game already, you get it for free on the next gen console. Yes, I still play Destiny to this day. But just a lot of that, like a lot of stuff from that event though was really cool. Like Demon Souls looked interesting. I never played the original, so the remake looks really cool. I'm not really big into Resident Evil, so not too not too worried about that. But the pricing, I think the most we can expect, the pricing for the one with the disc drive in it, is going to be $500. I don't think US dollars anyway. I don't think we should expect anything higher than that. I think we might expect lower, to be honest. And then I think for the digital one, it'll probably be $100 cheaper. Which is why I'm going for digital anyway. I mean, I was going to. The moment I saw they were doing a digital one, I was like, yep, that's me. That is me. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. All the stuff they showed off was really cool. And then Xbox, I'll eventually get. Eventually, that's how I feel about it, because kind of like Kevin said, like there's the exclusives just really aren't there anymore, except for Halo and Gears, but those aren't even exclusive anymore.
They're gonna be on PC.
I have this freaking ridiculous PC. Why do I need the Xbox for that?
Yeah. That does bring up an important question though, Corey, and I'd love to get everyone's just like thoughts on the digital versus the disc version. Like, do y'all have a preference? I don't know, because the price, I mean, $100, saving $100 is pretty good.
I love digital stuff. Like, I really prefer digital. So the fact that they're already offering a digital version, I'm like, yeah. And I know people say they don't trust all digital stuff and all, and that's fine. I do not judge. I won't mess with anybody about it, but I prefer digital. I'm lazy. If I'm going to be honest, I'm lazy, and I don't want to have to get up and find my disc and and switch it out. I mean, that's the truth, honestly. Like, that's the only reason I prefer digital.
Yeah, I've always done both, and the fact that it's gonna be like a 4K media player too, not just games. I mean, I like the 4K. I like watching movies in 4K. It's fun. I have a bunch of them, and like I'm happy that I'll be able to just have the console there, because I was like, man, like I want to take advantage of this, and I can't because I don't have regular 1080p on Blu-ray, right? But like I do both. I only do both because I've had that issue where back in the day with the PS3, the disc drive stopped working, and then I'm like, well, to send it out is going to cost me money, so digital. So that's why I do both. But other than that, yeah, it's I don't know. I like doing both. That's my pick, at least. Charlie, what are your thoughts on the PlayStation Xbox whole thing?
I mean, I watched the presentation, and I thought a lot of the games they brought looked really cool. Obviously I don't have any PlayStation other than the original PlayStation, so I don't have PlayStation 4 or anything like that. So a lot of the games like Spider-Man and things like that, I've never played. Obviously, I've watched people play those games, but I mean, the Miles Morales Spider-Man is like a perfect follow-up, especially with the fact that they had the movie and all that, like with Miles being in the movie. It just makes sense to like let people have more experiences with that character. And what better way to do it than bring it here on the PlayStation 5? So to continue that storyline. Ratchet and Clank, yeah, that looked amazing. It was just such a beautiful looking game. Color wise, and just the whole atmosphere of that game looked amazing. And then I don't think anybody's mentioned this one yet, Oddworld.
Oh yeah,
Oddworld.
That one looked good too. I mean, that one looked really good too. I've never played any of the others. I mean, I know on the PlayStation Classic they have the original Oddworld on the PlayStation Classic, but I really don't want to plug. I really don't want to plug that thing in. So if I can
Mine
find
has
it,
never been plugged in once.
Yeah,
I bought
if
it,
I can,
it's never been picked up.
if I can find Oddworld cheap, like on an original PlayStation disc, maybe I'll pick it up and play it. But
Get it on Steam.
something like that. Oh yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting that there's like a lot of games now that have been brought digitally to all these different platforms, and it's like saturated with like all these classic games. Like you never know
$3.
where. Yeah. But then a bunch of other ones too, like NBA 2K21 obviously was the best one on there. So.
Did you say it was on? Isn't it on the PlayStation Classic Edition also?
For what?
Oddworld.
Yeah, I think it is, right?
Yeah, the original.
That's what he was
The
saying.
first Oddworld is on the PlayStation Classic, but that's when I said but I don't want to plug that thing in. So.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought you meant
Yeah.
your original.
No.
More TVs for the.
Capture those
but,
suckers.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, price and as far as the whole digital versus physical, I'm like Rigo. I kind of do both. Like if I really want the game, I'll try to go physical just so that I have the physical. But like for PC, like I've been kind of migrating over to digital for PC because obviously there's like no physical media for PC anymore.
Yeah, typically if you buy a physical game for PC these days, it's a box with a code in it.
And it's that and it's like a deluxe edition type box. Like they don't just sell the game on a disc anymore. So
Sonic. Oh, Sonic CD.
But so yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like I'm doing both. Digital more on the PC side, but then like with my Switch collection, like most of the games I have on Switch are physical with some digital mixed in. But
yeah, no, for sure. Mama Remy, what about you? What are your thoughts on this whole PlayStation Xbox craziness?
My personal preference is if I'm gonna play the game nonstop and I'm gonna play it for like a long time and never ever get rid of it, I'll get digital. But if it's a game I'm gonna play it one and done, I'm gonna complete it, and then it's gonna sit there and collect dust, I'll get the physical and turn it back in and get the money for another game that I can keep playing. But
good logic.
As far as PlayStation or Xbox goes, as I stare at my Xbox One up there, I have games that I still haven't played, and I probably will never play it, and I need to go turn it in, get, money for it so I can play something else more worth my time. But who's gonna get the Xbox and who's gonna get the PlayStation so I can come watch your content, because I don't feel like I'm gonna buy either one of them.
PlayStation.
I'm getting the Switch Pro.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man.
The Switch Pro.
Let's announce that right now.
Who's getting what console so I can come watch you guys play the games that I don't feel like spending money on? Better if you guys played anyways. So that's honestly like my thoughts, and I'm just hyped for all the new games and all the new series and all the remakes and all the stuff that's coming to the new consoles and what they're doing. They're pushing each console to be better and better with better graphics and better deals and more games, and it's just like just keep going, because at some point in time I'll buy another console besides my Switch, but I really like my Switch. I don't want anything else.
Here's the thing, like one of the biggest things when it came to PlayStation and Xbox, I remember when they first announced them, we were having the teraflop war, right? Like, my flops are bigger than your flops. but then now I don't know if maybe they were silenced and they couldn't say anything. I don't know. But all of a sudden, development teams are coming out saying that the PS5 has been underestimated by everybody, and the true potential of it is incredible. If it's not equal to the Xbox, it's running a little bit better. Speed-wise, graphically, they're both the same. That's what they're saying. I mean, realistically, how much more graphics can you push out of the console, right? And we're gonna be looking at frame rate more than anything at this point, or resolution, because for some reason they want to push games at 8K because that's a thing now. So, but I mean, overall, I mean, I'm a big Sony guy. I've always been, and when they released their console, it's big. Like, you guys see that picture they released of it? Like, it's very big. I guess like somebody standing. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Somebody standing from like the warehouse, and he's holding it, and it's like it like comes up to his like belly and his chest. So it's not a small console. It's very big. Now, one of the things that people have been saying is, because Sony said it's for cooling purposes, right? So now people are worried and saying, what if the Xbox, because it's so small and so crammed, it's not going to be able to release the heat as they promised?
Oh, that's I'm absolutely concerned with that. With it being this little box that's like this.
Yeah, because they only have one.
Absolutely gonna have problems.
They have one fan, and that fan's on top, and it shoots out. And they're like, the bigger the fan, the better. I mean, I have a huge fan, but that thing does not cool down this computer, and this computer is big, right? So, and Sony's saying, well, we made it big with a bunch of fans for that reason, where it can be quiet and cool down.
And yeah, on top of that, like just the size of it means people are gonna put it in really cramped, tiny places and slide it into the drawer.
Exactly.
Oh.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm worried about, people are complaining about how PS4 sounded like a jet, but I mean, I'd rather it sound like a jet than have it explode and red ring of death all over.
I'd rather it sound like a jet, because at least the jet works. Oh.
so there's the, I'm gonna put it up on block you guys for a little bit. So as you can see, like on my screen, it's not a small console. It's big. The guy's holding it, and like it's coming up to almost his neck. You know, it's thin. It's just really long. So, but yeah, the heating is one of my biggest concerns. Now, I'm not saying that Xbox hasn't put in consideration about it, because I doubt they want another problem like the 360. That's probably just my biggest concern when it comes to this console. Game wise, I'm definitely blown out of the water with what I'm looking at, because I'm not just looking at it's because it's on PlayStation it looks better. Looking at like overall the games that we're receiving, and they're looking like really incredible. They're looking very incredible. And one of the things is, people are like, well, how come we weren't getting games like that before? But if you think about it, we couldn't do the ray tracing and all that stuff, so they have to keep those effects disabled for the PS4 and the Xbox One, right? So they're not gonna push that. But with this new consoles, they're gonna push it like crazy. So yeah, I'm definitely very excited for Demon Souls. I didn't get a chance to play Demon Souls back when it was on the PS3. Played it for a little bit. I couldn't get into it because I wasn't a big Souls fan at the time. Now that I am, I think I'm really excited for it. Hands down, one of my biggest I can't wait to play type games is, I think, Ratchet and Clank. I'm very excited for that game. And the Sackboy game, because yeah, they looked really good. Colorful. I'm down for colorful. I love colorful games, you know. And those two games looked awesome, and the whole 4-player platforming for Sackboy, that's exciting.
Yes, Rigo, let's do it.
Right?
Me, you, Stephie, and Knife.
Boom. Sackboy, the adventure begins. Overall, the presentation they did was really well done. Really well done. I was very happy with it. Because we've been disappointed time and time again. We got crappy state of plays, and then we got that really bad presentation of what the graphics and all that stuff of the PlayStation, you know, ASMR version. And then but they really picked it up. They gave us a great presentation. We got some great games. The console, like I said, they kept teasing us, showing us the emblems and stuff. We were like, this is it, this is where they're showing it. So that was fun. I was one of those. I was like, this is coming out right now they're showing it. But yeah, they've come up with some really weird designs. I mean, we're getting like I said, we're getting a refrigerator and a router looking type thing. But I'm down for it. And like, there's a lot of speculation on the special editions of the consoles. A lot of people have made their own versions. Like, the one guy made what do you call it, a God of War one, and it looked amazing. That thing looked incredible. And then somebody made a Spider-Man one, and then apparently, so There was one that popped up. I can't find it for the life of me. I don't know if they just completely removed it, but there was a Spider-Man one that came up, and it was like, it had like the red webbing all over it, and it looked really sick. It looked really cool. And now like they just like took it off, so they think that it might be a legit one that might be coming out. But yeah, no, overall, like it at this point, the consoles are so similar that we come down to gaming. What we're gonna get for gaming. There's not much they can show us, right? Like it's just all about gaming. But yeah, I mean, price wise, I don't know. It's so hard with Canada's prices being so wonky. Our dollar sucks so much, so you know, $500, like Knife said, one day, and $1,000 for us. So
Rigo, just send me the money and I'll buy it for you.
it still comes out the same though.
Never mind. Yeah,
It still comes out the same.
Sorry, my plan was flawed all this time.
My question is, are the consoles gonna do what they did when the PS4 and Xbox were announced, where if you traded in your old version, your PS3, you got like 2 times the points, so then you could get.
GameStop will inevitably have deals like that. They do for every console release. It doesn't even have to be, you know, the previous console. Every time there's a new console, they're always like, trade in your Game Boy towards getting the new PlayStation, and you'll get 17,000 extra points. Well, not really, but you know. But yeah, I mean, they usually do. They're usually pretty good about giving extra trade credit if you're trading a console for a new console.
Yeah. Animal Crossing has helped me emotionally with the pandemic. Did the game help any of you? For me, I know, like, the kids kept me busy, so
Rigo, jeez.
Yeah, like they've really kept me busy more than anything for the pandemic. I don't know. What about you guys? Did Animal Crossing help you guys just chill and relax with this pandemicness?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ballin knows, like, in the beginning of the pandemic stuff, like, it was really, like, I wasn't super busy with work and everything, and so I had a lot of, like, not free time, I guess, but, like, a lot of time where I was sitting basically by myself, right? Like, and I live by myself, and so, and I can't go see my mother because she's in a nursing home, and, you know, all this, so, like, it was rough for me at first, and the game definitely helped me a lot, because me and Ballin, we would play it like every other day. We'd be playing it together. We would hop on and play together, and we'd watch the stars and catch stars as they fall and everything. And it's definitely helped me a lot. The timing was perfect. It's maybe the game itself, I suppose, didn't do much, but the fact that I was playing with a lot of people. We had meetups and stuff where we'd get a bunch of people together. It was really good for me. So yes, Ballin, definitely.
And here's the thing, like, for me, I was only off work for 2 weeks, right? And then we got back into work, so I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance for a lot of people where they got really stuck in the house and bored. The kids felt the boredom more than I did, unfortunately. My routine was, it just didn't change. It was like stream, go to work, come home, stream, go to work, come home, right? The only difference was coming home and staying in. Couldn't go to the movies on the weekend. That's where it got boring for me. Couldn't do anything, you know. Yeah. So that's where Animal Crossing helped a little bit, for sure. What about you guys? Mama Remy, what about you? Did it help you?
I actually lost my father-in-law after Animal Crossing came out, so it was like a very big focal point. And then I found out one of the villagers share his birthday, so I went hardcore after that villager. It was just like I needed that villager because I knew he was gonna pass, and it's like I needed this villager with his birthday, and like I just like tunnel vision. That's like all I did for like 4 days was like look for this villager, and 2 days, sorry. But then like I'd get one, and then I'd push that one out, and then I'd try again, and then I'd get another one. And it was just like I couldn't find this villager, and then like 2 days after he passed, I found it. And I was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like bawling and crying because I finally found this villager. And it's like, and then, I felt, you know, during that time, I feel like I was alone, and then this pandemic happened, then I can't actually talk with anybody. I can't go see anybody. You know, it's just like I'm alone. I'm literally stuck alone, and I'm suffering, and I'm crying, and it hurts. And you know, everyone's just like, "Oh, it sucks. I can't go out," and it's like, I just lost a loved one, and I can't go see my other loved ones to give them comfort and care, or you know, I can't really do anything, you know, to comfort my family. And then this happened, so you know, my son would watch me play Animal Crossing, and he's like, "What are you doing now?" I was like, "Well, I'm doing this." And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. Why don't you try?" You know, so you know, he would come in and he'd try it, and he's like, "No, this game's not for me," and he'd walk off, and I was like, "Well, fine, it's my game now." So then, like, the joke between him and I was, I'm gonna go play Animal Crossing. He's like, "I'm gonna go play Roblox," and I'm like, "Okay, bye." And he's like, "Okay, bye," you know, and we'd go off in different directions. But the game helped me cope with that, and I don't think I would have been half as good if I didn't have it to distract me. So sorry to be negative. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's
so
negative.
negative. Come on, what's wrong with you?
it's a really-
Okay, sorry to be a Debbie Downer.
No, but
Remy
I think the fact that you shared that and that it had that effect on you and helped you, I think that's really great.
It is.
But
Personally, I was not into the Animal Crossing franchise before I tried it out, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like a kid's game. Never gonna play that." And turns out when I got into it, I was like, "Okay, this is relaxing. This is nice. I got something to do each day. This is new for me." And there was like maybe 1 or 2 days since the release of the game where I haven't played. So I think I'm glad the game was there.
He likes the game, guys.
We were all under like some stressful condition during the COVID, the beginning and all of that, and it helped me also cope with some stuff.
Yeah, for sure. No, and that's the thing. Like, even though I was keeping myself busy, I did notice that a lot, where the viewers were coming in. They're like, "It's giving us something to do." It was like that virtual of that little bit of freedom of escaping, of hearing all this bad news about people getting sick, people dying, and then we're all stuck at home. And that's why I think I got really addicted to it, you know, because it made everybody happy. And then I had everybody coming into the games, and that's what I had fun that way. You know, it brought a community even closer than what it already was. You know?
That's where you invite your friends over and go fishing party, and then
Right?
you just follow behind them after they fished up everything. You're like, "Oh, shark, fish!" You know, "Yes, I got this fish." And they're like, "Oh man, I missed it." So, or they'll be like, "Hey, there's sharks over here." And you're like, "What? Where?" Zoom on your island, and you get the fish. You're like, "Yes, I got the fish." And then they go over here, and then they catch this bug. And you're like, "Yeah!" You know, so you literally get to do stuff with your friends on your island or on their island, or you know.
Exactly. I mean, we did a whole stream. It was like the full 3 hours of me trying to catch a tuna. You know, everybody was making bait while I was throwing it into the water. We finally caught the tuna, so mission accomplished.
Oh my god, yes, some of those fish, it took me so much bait to get just that one fish.
Yeah.
But it's challenging, but then again, it's rewarding as well once you get it. So I think it's great for that.
Exactly. What about you, Chadley?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this whole thing, like, I mean, the game has helped. Yeah, I mean, it's a very peaceful game to play, very relaxing. It's a very easy game to play with others. Plus, with my family all enjoying it as well, so we're able to enjoy that game together. For me, as far as how it's like this whole thing has affected me, like, I'm very similar to Corey in a way that my work life hasn't changed. Like, through this whole process, like, with my workload, like, I can do it from home, I can do it in an office, I can do it out on the porch, I can do it anywhere that has internet. So I mean, I've been very fortunate for that. But again, my daily routine hasn't really changed much. And like Rigo said, you had 2 weeks where you didn't have your normal routine, and now you're kind of back into the normal routine.
Yeah.
So it's not like a lot of people where they were struggling with like finding stuff to do because they couldn't work.
Exactly.
I didn't have that I didn't have that problem, which I mean, obviously, I was very fortunate for that. But yes, the game itself has definitely helped in those times where it's like I just want something to do that's just chill and relax, and like I don't want to get into anything that's like super involved or anything like that. It's just I just want to play something that's just fun, and I can do it with my family or I can do it with some friends, you know, that kind of thing. So
Yep.
so it's definitely helped.
No, exactly, and that's the whole thing that's been happening with me now with Minecraft. My babies are still very bored. They have nothing to do. We can't do anything, even though here in Canada we're having stages to what's opening, right? They're just not opening everything. It's like, so we're on stage 2 now, but we still can't go to the movie theater because that's what they can do. Yeah, we can go hang out at a patio, but like I said to them, like, you're not gonna sit there and drink Coke while Daddy has a beer. All right, for me that's weird. I don't know. I don't find like, or we're not like that. That's the only fun thing we can do. And then I'm like, or we're not gonna go out in the middle of the night, go for a drive, because you guys get bored of drives very quickly. So then I started picking up Minecraft again, and then the kids join me in Minecraft. That's what they do. They just chum in, even though I have to tell them and yell at them, stop stepping on people's vegetables. But that's what it's about, right? Like, unfortunately, in the situation we're all living in, this new world we're living in, we got for some of us, we have to think of our kids, and for those who don't have kids, we have to think of our sanity. You know, so these games in general are helping us with our sanity, whether it be Animal Crossing or Minecraft in my case. And so yeah, they're coming together. You know, I feel like it's really, and that's the problem like I've been facing, where I'm like, I don't want to play anything else right now. I don't want to play Super Mario Maker or anything. I want kind of just want to play Minecraft or Animal Crossing. Nothing's been itching me to play, and because of that, I don't know, just I stopped streaming a lot because of that, because I'm like, I don't want to get people bored with just Animal Crossing Minecraft, Animal Crossing Minecraft. That's my fear, you know, but that's just me. Overall, yeah, but it is what it is, right? Guys, we're almost at 50 likes. Before we finish, can we hit that 50? I think we can hit that.
Likes,
just two more likes.
2 likes, do it.
But yeah, overall, guys, that's basically all that's been going on. We got the characters from Smash, which, like I said, a lot of them were me characters, so nothing big hype about that other than Min Min. So there you go. And then we got the Animal Crossing update, Crash Bandicoot trailer, the Mixer news, The Last of Us sadness, and then the Sony presentation. So overall, I think we had a good TacoCast. Thank you, Knife, for joining us, and I hope we get to have you over again. Super
definitely
having you.
I would be glad to.
Yeah, and then Kevin, thank you for joining us again. I always love having you, man.
Yes.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Mama Remy, Corey, and Chadley, thank you again, as always, taking the time out of your busy schedules to come and join us, because I know busy. We never stop, do we?
Oh, there he is.
All right, so we need to find someone to raid. I don't know who, though. Anybody have anybody?
May I suggest someone?
No, if you can't. You can't.
Well, what I mean is, like, they've got a couple people watching them at the moment, but they're kind of new to the streaming game.
Okay.
I think Miss and Mr. Gaming would be a good choice.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Also, one last comment regarding Smash. I would have hoped for like a little teaser for the next character at the end of their presentation. That would have been nice.
Yeah. I think that would have made it nice. Can you send me the link on our area here? Because
I mean, I mean, that's just a suggestion, but then again, it can be someone else if you prefer to.
No, that's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
Thanks, Knife. Yeah, I would have liked them to keep it going to like, okay, here's a taste of the next character, because we don't. It could be months, right, before we hear anything else. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, exactly. There we go. All right, guys. So yeah, you're right. They do have a couple of people watching them. but it'd be a nice big raid. So maybe we can get them to that 1,000 because they have 988. They're like right there. They're like right there. All right, guys, let's go on this epic raid then. Thank you all again. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Super appreciate that. The kids are like behind me bugging. I want food.
Oh, come on. You got to feed them? Jeez.
I know. They want food. All right, we're going to use hashtag TacoTeam raid, my friends. Or TacoCast raid. Sorry.
Jeez. Come on, Rigo. Get it right, man.
I'm sorry.
TacoCast team raid.
TacoCast team raid. Use
TacoCast raid.
Let's do it. Let's go give them a surprise. Hopefully they have a nice shock and they enjoy it. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna turn this down. Pull them up.
Do it.
Let's see.
Bye, guys.
Are you shooting the
Bye,
big
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Go on that raid.
Destroyer places.
Good
You can
evening.
do it, Kevin. Virtual hug.
Let's do this. I gotta provide.
Oh, they're
the
very
gamer
low.
skills
Thank
that
you, guys.
Sabaton, Liam's-
Oh, we're getting a raid.
Oh, hey, Raiders, what's up?
Welcome,
Low,
Raiders.
low,
Welcome in on the
low,
raid.
low.
It says TacoCast raid.
I can barely hear them.
Tacos. Oh, damn, tacos.
Oh, TacoCast is the TacoCast. Oh, that is a.
Does she know?
The delicious.
That
meal.
is, no.
Wheels are
TacoCast,
turning.
That is
I
a good
believe-
meal.
I might be wrong, but I believe is a podcast where they have once a month a whole bunch of streamers get together, and I believe that Knife B was actually in
Nice!
the podcast as a
Knife B.
special
Sounds like
guest.
she knows.
I
Oh,
might
for
be
real?
wrong, but oh my gosh, guys, this is a huge raid.
Are you serious?
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome.
Hello, peoples.
Welcome to the Missing Mr. Gaming channel.
Why
For
does
everybody new here, my name is Anna.
Kevin.
This is Kevin. Together we make Super
Mr.
Metroid.
Gaming.
Thank you
Nice.
so much, Rhinoceros, for
Hold on.
subscribing.
Wait. Just Anna, chill just for 1 second.
I can't.
You
There's
just
no
said,
chill.
wait. You just said, my name is Anna. This is Kevin. Together we make Super Metroid.
All right, guys. Awesome. Thank you all for joining us. Super appreciate it. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget the most important thing in the whole wide world. Come to my live stream. I'm super famous. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have watched some of their videos. They're pretty entertaining to watch, to be honest. Like they basically do podcasts and